is your Classic Metal Show right here on the ClassicMetalShow.com. That is somewhat new stuff. That is the Cavalera Conspiracy. That one was called Impalement Execution. And on the line right now, the guy that knows all about that record and brand new Soulfly and touring and Nailbomb and everything else, it is the legend himself, the great Max Cavalera. Max, how are you, man?
Thank you, man. How you doing?
Excellent, dude. It's always good to get new stuff with your voice on it, and you make that pretty easy, as you seem to put out something every single year, man. You definitely keep cranking it out.
Yeah, we try to keep as busy as we can, man. You know, like when you inspire, you gotta kind of go with the flow and take advantage of it. You know, right now I'm feeling pretty inspired. Just finished the Psychosis album. A lot of people really liked the record, and I kind of went through start working on a new Soulfly, and that one's all done. I just got to sing 2 more songs, which I'm doing this week.
Okay.
But it came out really good too. I'm very excited that that's gonna drop in the summer.
Okay.
So yeah, man, you know, it's like. And then we got the touring too, which is great. You know, I got this Nailbomb tour, which I'm super excited for it. We got some new material we're gonna put on the live shows.
Okay.
And then we got Soulfly and Nio, which is gonna be insane. I love Nio, and that's gonna be probably one of my favorite tours we ever did. So yeah, man, you know, we just like stay busy, stay connected with metal. Everybody that knows me knows how much I love metal. I listen to metal all day long. Try to discover new bands and helping them out and support the metal scene, you know.
Sure, definitely. And you are by far one of the most busy guys out there. I mean, you're always on tour, it is amazing to me that you crank out as much music as you do, because it seems like you're on tour like every year. You're on tour with this project or that project, or you know, you stay so much more busy than the average guy, man, which is it's a testament to your energy and your commitment to it.
Yeah, I don't like too much time off. I mean, I think I'm gonna maybe slow down, maybe next year. You know,
Okay.
I'm thinking that maybe next year you'll be maybe work a little bit on Killer BQ later the year, and that might be the only record I put out next year. But probably gonna slow down a little bit, but. I don't like too much time off, man. You know, it's like gets really bored, and like, I like to stay busy. You know, I don't mind having a lot to do. I think it's like actually I'm so used to that. It's like normal. It's like the normal for me is having a lot to do.
Sure.
There is a little bit of between tours. Like right now, I'm home finishing the Soulfly record. I actually got the whole record, so I got a little bit of time. So I watch a little bit of movies and series on TV.
Right.
Listen to a lot of music. I've been listening to a lot of like the latest Harm's Way record. I thought it was great.
Okay.
And Gate Creeper and Genocide Pact new album Rules.
Nice.
So I love listening to a lot of like metal, and I'm excited for this year. I think we're gonna have like new Behemoth, new Nio, new Soulfly. It's gonna be a good year for metal, you know.
No doubt, man. Dude, I gotta ask you, and I'm asking with all due respect. This is not meant to sound condescending at all. But do you actually have a home, like a house? Because you're on the road so much, I can't imagine that you would buy, like, a house.
Oh, yeah. I live in Phoenix, and it's really cool, man, because it's, like, Phoenix it's, like, really quiet. We live in a really quiet neighborhood. We have 2 houses. We have one in the city of Phoenix, and then one outside Phoenix, which is like the desert, you know.
Right.
That's like I would like to turn that into a studio one day, and just do some really cool like recordings for bands that I like and stuff like that. That's like future projects. But it's really cool here, man. I get to really concentrate on music. It's really quiet, really peaceful, you know. So when I'm not on the madness of touring, which starts next week, I get to come home and have a little bit of peace, and I get to listen to music, watch movies, and stuff like that.
Sure.
But yeah, it's most time on the road. I'm so used to life on the road, you know. It's like sleeping on the bus every night with the motion of the bus.
Right.
It's actually, actually you sleep faster with that, which is crazy. Sometimes I go back from the road and I go in my bed and it's like, it's weird. I can't sleep. It's not moving.
Right? No doubt, man. Well,
so
Max,
yeah, but it's cool, man. It's like between the home life and the road life. I love both, but I gotta say I like more touring. That's in my heart. I'm born for tour life on the road. I love everything about it, from all the different foods, from all the people that you meet, from the shows, all the cities. You get to see a lot of cool stuff. That's like almost like my favorite thing about being in a band is get you do all the traveling that we do.
Sure. Now, I got to ask you, Max, just as a huge fan, from as far back as I've known of you, which for me was a rise is when I came on, but then I found the older ones after. You've always put out solid material. You've always driven forward with it. You've always seemed to have like a focus, and you've stayed on the focus until, I'm going to say, maybe like 2005-ish, I guess. Like, and what I'm saying is you were going a different direction with Soulfly than you kind of had for most of the Sepultura stuff. And then you got to about Dark Ages, and then it almost seemed like you wanted to capture a lot more of that early Sepultura, Morbid Visions and, a Rise type of a vibe. And it seems like you've it's a heavier thing that you're doing now, but it's still that same vibe with the most recent records, with Archangel, with the Cav Conspiracy. It seems like you're more moving almost back to that more early sound. Are you purposely doing that, or is it just kind of the way you're developing, or is it because you're working so much more with Igor now that you're back in that vibe, or what?
No, I think it just kind of turned out that way, man. I think it's like what I think is cool is that throughout the years I got to really stretch my music quite a lot. So you got stuff like Killer Be Kill, which was more melodic, and then you got the tribal stuff from the beginning of Soulfly, which a lot of people really like the first record a lot, and then there's this return to happiness, which is kind of like where I am right now, because I've been listening to a lot heavier stuff. Like I say, all this, Nails and Full of Hell and all this great metal that's out right now.
Sure.
I think because of that, I think it kind of draw me kind of back to more heavier, extreme kind of stuff. And I'm cool with that. I mean, I like kind of all the phases, man. I like the early. I even like the early stuff, like Bestial Devastation and Morbid Division, is the black metal shit, man. It's cool. All that's good, man. It's all metal. In the end of the day, there are different variations of metal, but they're all connected by the thread of metal, and I think that's all it's all about. But right now, I'm in a heavier phase, which I think is cool. Soulfly's new album it's heavy as hell too, so it's gonna continue all the heaviness.
Sure. Now, how is the new one that I obviously haven't heard? How is it different from Archangel, which was a very heavy record?
Yeah, Archangel was kind of a one-off. It was really biblical. So I'm not doing that much biblical stuff on this new Soulfly. It's kind of a bit more political and a little bit more reality-based and a little bit more, has some spiritual stuff on it too. But sonically, it's kind of like, I've been mentioned to some people, it's kind of like it's a tribal thrash kind of record, which I think is cool because it's got the elements of the early Soulfly, the tribal. There's a lot of tribal groove songs with percussion.
Okay. But
there's a lot of fast death metal, thrash metal stuff that you heard on Psychosis. I kind of just blend both together, and I thought it was really cool because I think my works were kind of divided. You have the early Soulfly, which is really tribal, but it's really just kind of tribal. Sure. And you have Psychosis and Dark Ages, which are more thrash and death metal. But I decided to put both together in one and see what happens. So the new Soulfly is what I kind of been calling tribal thrash, which I think is pretty kind of exciting. And
sure.
I think he's going in the right direction, man. You know, it's produced by Josh Wilbur. He did Killer Be Kill.
Okay.
He's a big fan, and he's a great producer. He's done some amazing records like Lamb of God and Gojira and Hatebreed, Trivium. You know, so he's a killer producer, and we had a great studio. And I gotta tell you, Mark Rizzo is really coming out on this one. His solos are insane. A lot of the weird noises he's making throughout the whole record. And my son Zion really came out of the shell on this one too. It's like playing like sometimes it reminds me of like kind of early Lombardo stuff.
Okay.
Mixed with like Bad Brains even, because he listens to a lot of Bad Brains.
Okay.
So there's a lot of super energy kind of drumming, so and kind of chaotic drumming. So I think it's really cool. I'm really, really excited for the record. You know, it's like we got really cool songs. We have even one song that is kind of off the wall. Sounds like Motorhead, a bit like Ace of Spades.
Okay.
And it's about touring and life on the road, and it's called Feedback.
All right.
And like the feedback from the guitar, you know.
Sure.
And that one's going to be great live because it's got a really catchy chorus, and it's got that punk metal Motorhead meets Discharge vibe. So we got kind of stuff like that on the record that's going to be really cool.
Excellent. Now you mentioned Zion a second ago, who is your drummer in Soulfly, and you know it. Obviously, you know, when you say that, people are going to immediately wonder, and I wonder, did Igor teach him, or is he self-taught, or did Igor help him? Because Igor obviously, you know, has been behind you on the kit for most of your career as well.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. I mean, Zion grew up with he was born into this world of metal, like his heartbeat opens Chaos AD, you know, so.
Right.
He was already in this without even knowing, before he was even born. He was already mixed up with all this. You know? So yeah, he had no chance of doing anything else. It was you know, destined to do.
Sure.
To be in metal with me. And now he's playing great. And his whole life he sat behind Soulfly drummers, man. He sat behind Joe and Roy, and Igor, and even B-Ward. We did a Black Sabbath tour in Europe that B-Ward let him sit behind him just so he can see how he drummed, and he was super impressed. And B-Ward was super nice, told him a bunch of name of jazz players for him to check it out.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he's all self-taught. You know, he never really had any teaching, which I think I kind of mentioned to him the other day. I think it would be kind of cool for him to learn a little bit of jazz discipline or some kind of percussion or something, just to get some more skills, because on the area of energy and super energy he's great, you know, but you need to get a little bit more of the discipline also. But I love how he's playing, especially on this new record, because it's very like a young energy, like somebody that's hungry, that wants to. He wanted to prove to me that he's a real good drummer, you know, and
Sure.
He tried real hard, and I really thought that was really cool.
Excellent.
And we really click on this album because we did some pre-production and we worked together for like a month, going to practice every night and getting through the song. So by the time we got to the studio, he knew a lot of the material, so it was kind of a breeze, and him and Josh click really good. But a lot of people I think gonna really like his drumming on the new record because it's really, really killer. A lot of cool tribal beats that he invented, and the fast parts are insane. That's kind of my favorite things that he did.
Excellent. Well, Max, talk a little bit about, you know, life on the road for you, because it really is a family affair for you. I mean, you're either out on the road with Igor, Gloria's always with you, Zion's in Soulfly. A lot of times Richie's band is out with you opening, you know. It seems like you keep your family with you on the road. Is that difficult to do sometimes?
Sometimes, you know, but I think I'm so used to, like, I've been doing that for so long that I don't know any other way, you know. So it's like I've been playing with my brother since I was 12 years old, you know,
Sure.
13 years old. So I always had this family connection, so I never know not to be like that. And then, of course, everybody knows Gloria is our manager, but she always goes on tour with us, which is great. She keeps everything running smoothly, which is great.
Sure.
A lot of bands don't have that. Most bands have their managers in a big LA office, and the manager never go on tour. So it's like we have this extra thing with us, which is really great. We solve problems right there on the spot,
Mm-hmm.
And then we have like the kids most of the time with us. Not all the time, but Zion's playing with Soulfly now solid for 3 records.
Sure.
Igor is doing the Nailbomb with the tour with me. He's doing Alex's part, the vocals and samplers.
Okay.
And that's been a little bit of kind of my favorite tour has been the Nailbomb one, just because of that, because I get to like jam with both of them every night. And that to me is really, when they were born, I always just dream of this ever happening. It's like, I wish that would happen. I wish they do.
Right.
I would like them even if they we turn out to be like hip hop fans or whatever. I still would love them, but I'm extra happy that they became metal,
Yeah.
Especially Igor. Igor likes a lot of the same stuff that I listen to, like Gate Creeper and Nails and Homewrecker. We listen to the same stuff, Converge and all that.
Sure.
So we really connect on that. Zion's a little bit more kind of classic.
Mm-hmm.
He likes more like Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Deftones, Bad Brains.
Okay.
But Igor is the heavy one. He likes all the heavy shit like me.
Nice. Very cool, man. Well, dude, you brought it up, so talk a little bit about the Nailbomb tour. Why did you decide at this point, especially when you have a new record that's getting ready to come out, to do this tour doing the Nailbomb record?
Yeah, we could have stayed home and just wait for the record, but that doesn't drop until summer, so we figured, like, hell, let's just go on tour and keep touring, keep playing, and maybe we even promote more the album, let more people know about the album. There's even a chance that we get to play one new Soulfly song on the Nailbomb tour.
Okay.
I think that would have been great. So, yeah, we did it in October, and it was so much fun because it was kind of an underground thing. Nailbomb is very different from Return to Roots, which was where the Nailbomb idea was born. It was from the Return to Roots tour. And we tried out with Cannabis Corpse and Noisem and Lodi Kong, and then Harm's Way a little bit later. It was so much fun. All these underground places, small venues, packed, like dirty and packed, sweaty. You can feel the energy in the air, So
Sure.
I love that so much, man. I'm really like, and it really never bothered me that we didn't move to the bigger venue like a lot of bands want to. I don't mind the small places. I actually fucking love it. I'm drawn to, I love the energy.
Right.
So the Nailbomb tour was so much fun that I was like, we got to do it again. There's got to be other places we can play,
Right.
So we talked to our booking agent, and he's like, well, you guys haven't been much in Canada. We can do a whole Canadian tour, So we booked. So most of these Nailbomb shows are in Canada, except for a couple of dates in America.
Right.
And then from there we jump into the Nile tour, which is going to be great too. So, yeah, man, it was like either that or stay home, man. I'd rather be on the road than be playing.
Right. There's only so much TV you can watch, right?
Exactly.
I hear you, man. Well, dude, for now, people should look for that's being billed as what? Soulfly or Cavalera Conspiracy that's going to be doing Nailbomb?
That's actually Soulfly.
Okay.
We got Soulfly playing the Nailbomb Point Blank, which is me, Zion, Mark, and Mike.
Okay.
And Igor playing, singing Alex's part and doing samplers.
Okay.
It's killer. It's like we played the whole record. We transformed the whole album into an organic live band version of Point Blank.
Okay.
And then we put all the samplers on top of it, so we still have the industrial feeling of the original record. So it's pretty intense, and it's a bit like it's a weird show because I don't talk much between songs. It's almost like a little bit like a hostile vibe in the air. It's like how Nailbomb really, because Nailbomb is hostile. It's angry.
Sure.
It's brutal, So it's like we kind of kept that vibe alive. So there's not much talk between songs. Everything we want to say is on the songs, and we just run through song after song, kind of like just fucking shit up, never stopping, just going for it, and I love that. I love that kind of unfriendly kind of energy.
Right.
It's like almost like a unfriendly vibe in the stage, but it's so energetic, so powerful. It's great.
Excellent, man. Well, we'll definitely look for that for those tour dates here in the States. And Max, where can people go online to find out where you're going to be and when you have different releases coming out?
Well, there's different sites. You have the Soulfly official site, soulflytribe.com. Or people can go to Nuclear Blast. Or even check out Gloria's. She's got Growing Up Green on her Facebook.
Right.
With a lot of killer blogs, man, a lot of cool metal stories for people to check it out. She does that every week. So, yeah, all those places are pumping stuff on it. So it's great, We love to see everybody that can come to the shows, have a good time, have fun with us. And, yeah, man, and look out for the new Soulfly dropping in the summer.
Excellent, man. Well, Max, why don't we wrap this up with a track from the last release that you put out, from Psychosis, from Cavalera Conspiracy. Go ahead and pick a song and maybe tell us a quick story about it.
Yeah, so let's go with, let's see here. Yeah, let's do Hellfire, which is like really weird kind of a song. Like, it's kind of Nailbomb. It connects with Nailbomb, which is great. We're talking about Nailbomb. It's all like drum machines. We sample a little bit of Igor's live drums and turn into drum machine kind of style. And a real heavy riff, kind of like on a going around a couple of times in a circle. And then we have, of course, the great Justin Broderick from Godflesh, was like our guest of the album. Very special guest. I love Godflesh. The new album is insane.
Excellent.
So it was a killer a killer song, and really one of my favorite tracks of the new Cavalera record, and it was very different from the rest of the album. So Hellfire, man, Cavalera Conspiracy.
All right, here it is right now. It is the Cavalera Conspiracy from Psychosis, and this is Hellfire right here on your Classic Metal Show.